What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back for another quick look video, and as you can see, we are here with Frost. Frost was a Warframe that I never really cared too much for its default kind of skin, its default design. So I've become a huge fan of the deluxe skin, and you can see here kind of the default, kind of bland, not a whole lot going on, just a little bit of lines and detail type stuff, but nothing too crazy and over the moon. This is the Prime helmet, so that again is completely different. And then we go to like the default. This is a default, but this is the default Prime. Neither one was all that crazy. Even the like Immortal deal was just kind of splotchy. This was like the original deluxe skins that were in the game, the Immortal skins, and didn't really add too much. The Festive skin had some perks when it first came out. It was a little bit unique to what we had in the game. With the right color schemes, it looks alright, but nothing that really blew me away until the deluxe skin came out, and I love the deluxe skin. But if you're looking to change Frost's aesthetic, we have several Tennogen skins to take a look at. I've actually already purchased one of them, which is the Hisame, and you'll see some of my fashion frame on that one as well. But to me, Deluxe fills a very specific niche. It's a defensive frame. Definitely has other uses, but for the most part, I really love other Warframe aesthetics, so I really only fall back to Frost for like defensive type missions. So, but if you enjoy Frost or you want to change Frost look up, we have an option for you today. We're going to take this skin, we're going to take my fashion frames, we are going to see what happens when we transfer all of those over to the new Frost Strigid skin by Rakow. And I think it's one of those Rakow classic designs where it's got some edginess to it. Pretty interesting. Coming off of the Frost aesthetic, I mean, I feel like almost anything is better than the default Frost. So we'll just have to see what happens when we take color schemes and swap them over, see how they are. But here we go. This is I love this design right here. It's my very like medieval knight Frost, steel on steel, just cool. So we'll go to the B slot. We have a randomize to do on the B and C slot, which we will do in a little bit. But let me go through and start doing some of my swaps. So here we have just kind of a white and yellow kind of, I don't know, basic kind of design. Let's see what happens when we take this, swap this over to the Strigid. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. It kind of goes down the purity kind of avenue, maybe even prime kind of avenue. The yellow is definitely very yellow. It's it's like a flat yellow, but it's not too dark, not too I don't know, watered down. But I like the winged horn things on the helmet. It's pretty cool. The edginess that I guess you get with most of Rakow's designs. Lots of lines. A little bit of like energy, glassy like metallics you can see on the body. Over here you can see. I'll have to take one of the Cyandanas off. Well, in one of the other fashion frames and see what it looks like a little bit better. But the crazy leg pieces, I don't know, kind of separate but ice-like, I guess. But it's interesting. Let's keep going. We'll see what it looks like in different color schemes. This looks pretty cool. This is very, this is default, completely default Frost. Like I said, not all that much interest in default Frost. I like these colors, so let's see what happens. Oh, okay. All right. I like these colors as they transfer over. The back, a little bit of those glassy spots on the back as well. But some cool symmetrical designs that go down the back. It is primarily what you're going to be seeing on your Warframe is the back. So overall, not bad. I do like these colors. I actually like them quite a bit. I'd like to kind of fashion frame that up if I pick out the Strigid skin and kind of run with it. But something a little bit more, I guess, aquatic. It's like a, I don't know, seaweed color. We'll see what happens when we swap this one over. Oh, all right. That's not too bad. The yellow's a little bit vibrant. It is on the metallics, so it does have that, shine and shimmer to it. But overall, not too bad. It's not too bad. I could work with it for sure. A little bit of silver in the back, silver on the lines and stuff. That's all right. Not bad. All right, we'll jump over to my next one. We have, okay, this was my very first Frost. I built this around when the Buzzlock came out. What I did is I took Frost, I took his icy powers, I took a primary weapon and put fire on it. I took his X stilettos and I put either poison or electric on it. And then the melee weapon, I put either poison or electric on it, so that I had a Frost that did all 4 elements. I just thought that was kind of cool. This was way back in the early version of the game where you kind of paired your elements appropriately to the enemies you were fighting, and now it's just like, I don't know, just throw toxic radiation or whatever on your frames and just obliterate everything. But anyways, it was a cool design, which is why I have blue as in ice, I have green as in toxin, I have red as in fire, and then I have the white as in electric. And you say, oh, electric's yellow. No, look, well, when a lightning bolt hits the sky, it's not yellow, it's white. Anyway, so that's my design. It also looks like candy. It was kind of like a festive design, but let's see what happens when we swap this over. When it's the festive skin, oh my gosh, this was like my Christmassy festive version of this way back in the day. Anyway, pretty crazy. That's crazy. Immortal, that's crazy. But let's see what happens when it goes Strigid, and oh, that's kind of crazy too. It's a little bit too much. But hey, maybe someone really loves it. I don't know. It's not for most people. For whatever reason, I like this in its design, but it's not for most people. So we'll jump over something a little bit more gold medieval Odin warrior. I don't know, something really cool. I do like it, but this is what happens when it swaps. It's all right. That's all right. I'm not too in love with it. I just, once again, I had said earlier, I really like the deluxe skin. So there's that. It's just my opinion. If you don't like the deluxe skin, you're not a big fan of the deluxe skin, then we got some Tennogen, which is why we're looking. So this is kind of neat. Kind of a desert-like, almost fiery, which doesn't really match Frost, but hey, I don't know. You fashion frame your Frost however you want. But let's go and jump over to, we already took a look at that one. We'll randomize on that one in a little bit. This is where I've got my current Hisame designs. We'll see what happens when I swap these over. These Hisame, the fashion frame I have for the Hisame skin is fairly plain. It's like usually like a white and an alternate color. Pretty much a 2-color kind of design, but we'll see what happens. This one very similar to the first one we saw. Pretty much a white and yellow. We got the silver and the like metallics and stuff. Glassy blue, pretty neat. But we'll jump over to this one. Once again, kind of 2 different colors, white and purple. A little bit of a lotus frame. And then, yeah, once again, just kind of a white and purple. It's kind of neat. Not too bad. A little bit of accents. I got the little lotus thing on there. I think I designed this Frost, this white and purple Frost, back when the Dex Syandana came out, back in like, I don't know, 5 years ago? Whatever. Anyways. And, yeah. So we'll jump over, and we have a green, kind of a white and green. Like I said, very much just 2 colors, alternate colors that I think look all right. I think they look good. But I never really sat and went crazy designing Frost. So this one's a little bit different. It's got kind of 3 colors, kind of a really dark brown, this orangish red color, and then the white. I don't know. I think maybe building a Strigid skin from the ground up would be a good way to go. I do think some of these came across fairly well on the Strigid skin. Maybe you find something like this and then you pull a color out and you try to change it. That's definitely possible, but anyways, we'll get over and we will take a randomize on one of my color or one of my Warframes and we'll see what we can do, but got something a little bit more abstract, closer to Megan's color scheme, and all right, interesting. A little bit of a pastel-y, feminine kind of frosty deal. I think I just built this Frost Prime from pieces I had laying around so that I could do this video. There we go. Not bad. That's all right. I don't know. Go here. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. It's a better take, I think, on like a purpley, feminine, kind of lotusy frame. I don't know. I like this a little bit better. It's a little bit more of an edgy purple frame. I don't know. But yeah, so those are pretty much the designs I have. This, like I said, I just built this to make this episode possible. And hopefully you guys saw something you like. I don't know. We'll go over and we'll start doing some randomize and see what happens. It's going to be hard to tell which ones are going to be good when the color swaps over. So I never, just hitting the randomize button on Frost, I never know what it's going to look like when I transfer colors. This doesn't look too bad, but it's just, there's so little going on, in my opinion, on the skin that I don't know what to expect when I hit the swap button, when I click on the Tennogen skin. So hopefully we get some decent stuff, but that might just make this episode run a little bit shorter than most, which some of you guys are totally cool with. Actually, that is actually pretty cool. It matches Frost's aesthetic. Not bad. Hideous right here. Hideous. Even running this in a different, I don't know, design would probably help me. I don't know. Let's keep going. Red doesn't really suit Frost, does it? Yeah. I don't know. Frost always has been and probably always will be a difficult frame for me to fashion frame because I just find it too bland. And that's why I think pretty much all of these Tennogen skins make Frost that much more interesting. This is pretty cool. That's kind of cool. I think I might even keep this one just in case I do pick up the skin in the future, or it ends up looking fantastic on another skin or on the Harka. I don't know, but yeah, the default, that was the default, by the way. So the default's pretty cool. It is, I don't want to say gothic, but a darker take on, I guess, a Warframe and frosty-ish, you know, but I don't know, it's cool. It's cool. I could see people running this just as is. I think it looks nice. But let's go do a little bit more randomizing, and who knows what some of these colors are going to look like as they transfer. Whoa, okay. Let's see. All right, there's some interest there. That's not too bad. I'd probably make some tweaks. The orange is a little bit of a weird washed out orange, so maybe I'd swap that. I might even want to do orange metallics on this. That'd be kind of neat. But I also kind of believe in staying true to the design of the frame. I would never really make a fire-based Frost. Does that make sense? Or a toxic-based Frost. Even though I do have some other color schemes that you saw on my Frost, I almost never run them because I don't know, for whatever reason, it kind of takes me out of the Frost feel. That's cool. For an edgelord, damn, that's the way to go. Someone out there is jotting this down. jotting this color scheme down. So take a quick screenshot and then check out these colors on the left, because that actually look good. But once again, Frost, I mean, being an edgy Frost, I think is okay. It's not really a fiery Frost, so I could see people running it, but if you're running like a yellow, which I do, or a green, which I do, or a red Frost, it's like, it doesn't really fit the aesthetic, which is why I don't really fashion frame Frost. I don't know. You kind of are stuck with a palette if you want to stay true to his aesthetic, but you don't have to. Nobody has to stay true. You can make a rainbow Frost if you would like, kind of like my elemental Frost. I think that kind of fits the elemental Frost, because the idea behind that fashion frame or that design, the weapons and everything, is that he's like an elementalist. He's a mage of some kind that can use the 4 different elements in his kit. He turns his Buzzlock into a laser guided like fire gun. His pistols are imbued with toxin bullets or something like that, and then he runs electricity through the hilt and the blade of his melee weapon. That's kind of how I designed that design. And Frost, his powers alone are what creates that 4th and final element, ice. So I don't know. I just got a little bit rambly, but I don't know if I can do this skin justice just by hitting the randomize button, and I really don't want to misguide people. I think you should try and give this skin a chance. Feel free to kind of do the same thing I am doing and take your color schemes and see what it looks like when you transfer them over. That's actually not that bad. But not that bad right there. But I think I'm going to keep this video here, because once again, it'll probably go far too long with me just kind of bumbling around trying to figure this out. And of course, the aesthetic, I'm a little bit biased because I like to stay true to the aesthetic. But get in the game when the skin comes out, play around with it with your fashion frame, and if you think it's worth it, purchase the skin, support Rakau as a content creator in his own way, and purchase the skin, and then fashion frame it however you want. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys again in the next episode. Blah.